Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated Superstar Tim Vicious. And we are going to go over Raw this week. Now, before we do, we got to remind everyone how we pay these funny little gimmicks called bills. So, I want to remind everyone we are WWE Shop affiliates. So, what that means is, if you click the link in the description tab or scan the QR code that is right there on the screen, it will take you to WWE Shop. Once you're there, you make a purchase for whatever item you want, any item your heart desires. And folks, we here at the Vicious Studios receive a small nominal commission from said purchase, which in turn helps us improve the show, and it helps keep the lights on, and it helps make sure that the interns get to be fed once a week, as per legal obligations. So please, for your small purchase, you can in fact help an intern have their weekly minimum bagel and carton of orange juice. Thank you. Might I also remind everyone that another affiliate we have is the Pitbull Skull Shaver, which is an item I personally use myself all the time. I love it. I use it for my big old beautiful chrome dome. It is, without a doubt, the easiest tool in my grooming arsenal to help make sure I keep my head looking oh so smooth and beautiful, because bald is beautiful. You see, with its ergonomic design, slides right in between my fingers, and I wind up looking like Big Van Vader when I put it in. Pop that button on, 60 to 90 seconds. That's all it takes. 60 to 90 seconds going across my head, and I look like $1,000,000. Now I want you to think about that. 60 to 90 seconds on that versus going down to the store, buying a cheapo bag of 50 disposable razors for like $2, and then using them sun guns, and then looking like I just came out of a death match and bleeding buckets. You don't want that. No. Not with the holidays not with this week being the holidays, not with the new year coming up. You don't want to look like that. You want to look great. You want to look sleek. You want to look sexy as possible. And that is possible with the Pitbull Skull Shaver. And folks, might I also add that the Pitbull Skull Shaver is not just great for the head, it is also great for grooming other parts of the body, because you can use it to get rid of unwanted chest hair, unsightly arm hair, and might I add, unwanted hair down below. That is the Pitbull Skull Shaver. Click our link in the description tab and you can get one for yourself, as well as the OG way to support the show is, outside of sharing it with your friends, family, and loved ones, is some Vicious Rants apparel. See, we got t-shirts, we got tanks, we got women's tees, we got baby onesies, we got toddler tees. Folks, it is without a doubt the most comfortable shirt I have ever worn, and being an autistic guy, having a sensitivity to certain clothing, I can tell you without a doubt, when I say it is the softest piece of clothing, the softest shirt I have ever worn, folks, I can say it with a straight face. It is the softest shirt I have ever worn. Go to whatamaneuver.net, search for Vicious Rants in their tab. Our link is also in the description tabs as well. It is a perfect shirt for somebody you love, somebody you hate, or if your special significant other is insisting that you have to go and give a shirt or two to some specific charity. Easy enough. Make a purchase for a Vicious Rant shirt. Give that shirt to somebody in charity so you can hold on to your shirt. Yes, your shirt that means the world to you. Thank you. Now, with that said, we are going to go over before we go into the SmackDown Rewind, do want to emphasize also, excuse me, I'm sorry, that some news did break a couple days ago that SmackDown, starting in January, SmackDown is going to be going back to 3 hours. So what that means is on the SmackDown side, we're going to be getting, instead of having about 5 matches or about 4 to 5 matches and maybe 1 or 2 important segments in the SmackDown Rewind, we're going to be going back to what it was before and having more matches to go over and maybe some extra segments to talk about as well. So, yeah. Now, with that said, the highlights from last week's SmackDown was it started out with Damian Priest coming out talking about on how, you know, him and Rhea won the mixed tag match that they had against Priest and Zelina. And they're glad that he's glad that's over. He can move forward because he's got other goals in mind. Out comes Zelina saying that he's a hypocrite because he had to have Rhea come out and fight his battles for him, blah, 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 blah. And then they go back and forth for a little bit for a quick cup of coffee. And then next thing you know, Aleister Black right out of nowhere, boom, comes out, sneak attack. They brawl. It ends with Black doing a Meteora to put Priest through a table on the outside. And then it transitions into a brawl into the backstage. And then, so yeah. I, for one, am okay with this. I like seeing where this Damian Priest, Aleister Black feud is going. And not only that, for all those that want to say, oh, they're not doing nothing with somebody. No, they're doing something. They're just not doing what you want with the guy. And I'm sorry that they're not doing what you want. But tell you what, when you get to run a multi-billion, with a B, billion-dollar company, and get to be in charge of the creative decisions that go with running said company, then by all means, run it how you would like, as opposed to trying to make it happy for the wider audience to draw in, to not just make them happy, but to also bring in more audience. I'm just putting that out there. So aside from that, the other highlights from SmackDown were Asuka and Kairi Sane had a tag match against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. And folks, I will say this. Nia and Lash's Christmas outfits. Wow. And yeah, that was something. Nice, cute little Christmas elf costumes. Good on you, ladies. Decent match. Nia and Lash wound up getting the win. After the match, Charlotte and Alexa came out. There was a brawl. And then Nia and Lash wound up walking out. So if I had to guess, we're probably going to get a massive women's tag match for the titles. And I'll get into, it'd be obviously the Kabuki Warriors, Lash and Nia, Charlotte and Bliss, as well as another team who I will be mentioning in a moment. And see, we also had Julia and Alba Fire in a match. That was a good one. It ended with Julia getting the win and doing the pin, locking eyes with Chelsea like she owed her money, like, ooh, damn. So I'm looking forward to seeing that because I want to see Julia chase after the title, and this may be a bit of a personal hot take, but I personally think Julia is better suited as the hunter as opposed to the hunted for right now. Let her get more TV time. Let her keep chasing and chasing and chasing until it gets to the point that the fans demand that she wins. That's just me, though. That's personal feeling, you know. But again, when I get to run a company, that's what I would do. And then we had a moment where Cody wound up getting confronted by Nick Aldis about his attack at Drew McIntyre's house. And Nick basically saying, no, Drew agreed to be reinstated. Drew will be reinstated. He wants a match with you for your title under his own conditions. However, you cannot put a hand on him until said match. Cody just looked at him. Oh, really? Why? Because, Cody, I'm saying so, and if you do, you're going to get stripped of that title. And then Cody just has this look like, what? Oh. Well, you know what? I want you to remember who I am. I'm the man who changed this game. I put out the tweet that changed the world. I started a revolution. I wound up going and coming out. I went, left here, built my stock, came back, won the title, and then I reclaimed my title, beating the greatest of all time, John Cena, for it. And yeah, you know what? You want to go and make these kind of threats? I want you to remember one thing. As long as I hold this, I don't answer to you. I answer to them, referring to the fans. You're not the law. I'm the law. I don't work for you. I work for them. And you work for me. I won't put a hand on them, but I want you to remember that. Boom. And that was it. And then the main event was the Wyatt Six defending the tag titles against the MFT. Good match, but it ended in a schmaz where everyone was fighting everyone. It ended in a no contest with everyone swinging against everyone. But the big moment for me was when Tongaloa and Eric Rowan were clashing. It was just like, I hear angels printing money. Oh! Ho! Dog! Yeah. I heard angels printing money when Tongaloa and Eric Rowan were locking up like that. Just please, somebody make that match soon. I implore you, please. Either way, on a side note, Wyatt Six against Psycho Circus and AAA in Carnival of Carnage. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, yeah. Now, with that said, let's get into this week's show, Raw in Grand Rapids. And yes, folks, I know it was pre-taped and spoilers got put out prior to the episode. I don't care. How often has WWE gone and done UK tours and people put out spoilers for Raw, SmackDown, all that other good stuff? And, excuse me, they were still out there. Folks like me were still out there pumping out shows right after the show aired. Huh? Plenty. So, either way, the show starts out with Mommy Rhea Ripley having a one-on-one match against Asuka. Sorry, needed my heart pills for a moment. Asuka. And before the match, Rhea wound up looking at EO saying, listen, you're still not medically cleared yet. I can't defend you from Asuka and Kairi while I'm out there trying to do this match. So for your safety, I need you back here. EO just looking like, alright, I don't like it, but I'll do it. Okay, for you. So, give a hug and embrace, and then Rhea comes out being all Rhea Ripley-like. And then, so, yeah. As far as the match went, Asuka leading at the start. It was good, solid action. I thought it was decent, and I don't know about anyone else, but personally, I kind of liked on how this Raw didn't have commercial breaks. Yes, I know it was pre-taped, and gonna go off on a sidebar here because, again, shades of the old Tim Vicious here. I saw people complaining, and I mean literally complaining up in arms, like they just got done watching the crappiest pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it, of the year, going out there blasting online. Oh my God, I can't believe I only got an hour and a half of Raw. I can't believe I only got this much Raw, blah, 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 blah. Dude, shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. as much as everyone, and I mean a lot of people, not everyone, wrong choice of words, as much as a lot of you folks out there want to bitch and moan and whine and complain about the fact that we have to deal with ads and commercials on a live show on Netflix, the one time we get that show without commercials. This is what happens when you get a show without commercials. Instead of it being 2 to 2.5, maybe 2:15, it got cut down. It got condensed. So yeah, they trimmed the fat and they cut the fat off, and now we're left with all this. This is the end result of it. Fucking deal with it. Again, I say, you don't like it, tell you what. You see that funny little gimmick called a remote? Pick it up, hit click, and turn it off. Otherwise, like the song says, shut up and sit down. Now that I'm done going off on that, let's get back to the match. I thought it was a decent match. If I had to take away something, it's not just so much about with the match, it was more so just with the show itself. It was with the camera cuts into the transitions going from commercial break back to live feed. And I get that they had to do that, but because other regions may have to air ads, but you know, from the US point of view, I was happy at the fact that there was none. You know, maybe that's just me. But either way, match came to an end. Asuka got the win. How it came to an end. Kairi goes to run interference, and as she's doing that, Io comes out. Io Sky then comes out, goes to stop Kairi. Io then winds up getting planted onto the ring apron, and then Rhea winds up getting all sorts of... Rhea gets pissed off, distracted, screaming and yelling at Kairi about it. And then Asuka scoops her up, gets her into a roll-up. 1, 2, 3. But as far as the action went, I thought it was good. Saw Asuka doing some pretty hard-hitting kicks on her. Saw some good shots. It was decent. It was good. Much like their other matches. Next up, we had Rayo Americano, who also wound up competing in AAA this past weekend in a tag match, might I add. Rayo going up against the young OG, Javon Evans, who, it was announced, is a free agent, so Javon could be going to Raw or SmackDown. Personal hot take, SmackDown has enough high flyers. I think Javon would be perfect for Monday nights. I mean, that's just me. I could be wrong, but, you know, it's all subjective. But good, solid action, very, very good, solid, high octave action, you know, and Rayo, man, I gotta tell you, this Rayo fella, he's a very big, strong boy. Man, I wonder who he could be. I can't figure out who that man could be for the life of me. Oh well, but I mean, he pals around with El Grande Americano, so he's obviously in good company, you know. And I absolutely thought this was a great match. I thought it was a good match. I mean, I'm not going to say it was like a 12-star Tokyo Dome spectacular, but damn good match. And again, now that Javon is a free agent, what I'm personally thinking we're going to see is him bouncing around between some shows, and then eventually it being made official, he's going to be on insert show here. But match came to an end with Evans getting the win, building up a comeback because Rayo was dictating the pace, and then wound up popping an OG cutter, getting a 1, 2, 3. Next up, we have Bayley Man, that joke Nia Jax made just will not go away. Going against Roxanne Perez. And Roxy, she was working on Bayley's knee for a good chunk of the match. I thought it was a good match. Decent flow in it. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Bayley deserves better. She shouldn't be getting treated like this. Blah, 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 blah. Guys, listen. Guys, listen for a minute. Listen, please. Unfortunately, not everyone gets to be all the way up at the tippy top all the freaking time. You know, it is what it is. Excuse me. When she's able to, and it's not like she's got a time clock. It's not like she's got a clock on her arm saying that only good until so and so. You know, it's just when, not if, when. Just patience. Can't stress that enough. Patience. Just good match, but back to the match. It was a good match. I thought it was decent. And it came to an end when Lyra wound up getting into Bayley's face, yelling at her like, where's the role model? Where's the Grand Slam champion I know? Where is she? Wham! And slaps Bayley right in the face. And the part that got me, and it wasn't just me, but it was also former former sports entertainment referee Jimmy Corderas also pointed it out. The ref saw that slap. The ref even reacted seeing it. Like, you look at the video replay they showed, ref went like that when that happened. Shouldn't that have counted as a disqualification since she hit Bayley in front of the freaking referee? I mean, I get with wrestling, sometimes you need to, you're doing the impossible, putting logic into an illogical situation, but just in front of the referee. Like, really? Just, excuse me. So now we come to our main event match of the night. CM Punk and Rey Mysterio in a tag match against Big Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. And before the match happens, Gunther comes out. Gunther, man, public enemy #1, saying, yeah, you're right. You guys are just like John Cena. You guys should just give up and tap out like a... And it just, he is eating it up and just like, feed me your hatred. That's all Gunther is right now. He's just looking at it all like, feed me your hatred, please. And next thing you know, Punk comes out, stares him down. Rey Mysterio comes out, stares him down. He gets to the back. AJ Styles stares him down. Oh yeah. We getting good matches soon. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Just coming off of a sinus infection, still got a little bit of post-nasal, so pardon the coughs. But Theory, he insisted to Paul Heyman he didn't unmask himself right away because he wanted the Vision to see what he's capable of as opposed to seeing him. He wants to start the match tonight, so to just let Reed watch as he follows. Reed watch as Theory leads. Like, okay. So, and Theory, man, right at the start, he's starting off hot and mean. Like, wow. Not only that, I dug the little shades of the old Seth Rollins trunks that he had on with it. Like his new gear, the leggings, kind of looked like ye old Seth gear. I dug it. Kind of reminded me of the old Monday Night Messiah gimmick, and he is not a Messiah, he's a very naughty boy. Now go away. Hope somebody gets that joke. Anyways. It was, after that, CM Punk was the team punching bag for a good bit. Then Ray got the hot tag in, cleaned up some, then became the punching bag, which then led to Punk getting the hot tag to help end the match. Or not end the match, but help lead to the closing segment of the match. But surprise, my biggest takeaway from this was the whole time Bronson Reed was nowhere within sight from me on seeing it. Maybe I was just not noticing, but I did not see Reed at all during the match. Obviously, the wise man, mein savior, Paul Heyman, but did not see Reed. But either way, Punk was in for a bit, cleaned up, then Ray wound up getting it, and then match came to an end with Theory getting the win, doing a stomp to Rey Mysterio for the 1, 2, 3. After the match, Braun Breaker, I'm sorry, not Reed, but Braun Breaker I did not see during the match. Breaker came in, then, boom, took out CM Punk to help build up towards the New Year's celebration Raw for their world title match. So, yeah. Sorry about the confusion. Braun. Too many damn Brauns. God damn it. Can't have them together. They have the same name. It's an old VKMism. Starting to question if that was a good idea. If it was a good idea to have all the Brauns together now. Either way. With that said, that is it for this week's show, folks. So please, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes when you can if you're listening to this on audio. Share this with your friends, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, folks, do not forget to follow these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter, DSP_IV, Main Event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network account, Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, and D Dryer 1986. Folks, happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Yule, whatever you celebrate. And like I always tell you, if you love me, great. And if you hate me, well,
Shut up and sit down.
fuck yous.